Hey everybody, welcome to a new video. Good morning from Thailand. Today I'll show you one very interesting build. This is probably my favorite build. I'm gonna be using this slippery custom-made 31mm Kraken dial. I didn't show you the process how I make this dial because it's kind of takes a while to show all of this, but basically I laser the dial, then I darken it using black brass or brass black. I'm not sure how to call it correctly. The chemical that darkens the metal, in this case brass. Then I painted the indices white and lumed them. You can see they kind of pop out a bit. It's a nice blue lume. So I'm gonna go with this dial, and of course no date, NH38 movement, and also this beautiful set of custom hands that match this dial perfectly. And all of this we're gonna put in 39mm GS case. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, I'm gonna apply the dial dots because my dials do not have feet. I tried to attach the feet, but it's a really big headache using the tools that are available right now. I tried gluing, I tried soldering, I tried everything, every method possible, but still it didn't work well. So I figured out the dial dots is the best option so far right now, unless I find some tool how to attach those feet perfectly and easily. I mean, somehow they do it in the factories, right? So they must have some machine. I'm not sure how they do it. I tried to search the information, but I found nothing on Google. So kind of interesting how they actually attach the feet. So 4 dial dots should be enough. Then the dial itself, we have 3 o'clock crown, so it's pretty easy. I also made this small cut, I'm not sure you can see it in the video, at 3 o'clock, so it's easy to align with the crown stem. And by the way, another interesting thing about this dial, about the method I make this dial, because every time I use the chemical for this for brass, every time it gives me slightly different color. So I got this order, you can see right now in the picture, the first build was with different colors, and this one looks kind of like a dark bluish, purplish something. Very, very interesting. So once I attach the dial, I'm gonna use this kind of glue. It's for jewelry, for watch crystals. So basically it's perfect for watch modifications in general. And the way I do it, I apply a little bit from the side between the dial and the movement. It's not the same as super glue. This glue doesn't leave any marks, nothing at all. And once it's dry, it's more like a rubber. And if you want to remove the dial, you can do it. Not really easily, but you can do it without damaging the dial at all. Like this, just from 2 sides. And I don't need to wait until it's dry, so I just keep going and gonna set the first hour hand. And since this is NH38, it doesn't matter where you put the hour hand, it can be anywhere. You don't need to align the crown because there is no date click. And these are the hands I make. Yeah, let me show you one more time. These are the hands I made, and I try to make them slightly different colors so it gives a nice contrast with the background, and I think it should be really, really good. And the reason why I don't sell these hands is because it's not easy to set it. because brass is relatively soft metal, softer than stainless steel, and this is a very delicate process set in the hands. I screw it up myself a lot of times, and if somebody wants to order the hands, I always tell them that there is a high risk that you're gonna screw it up, so it's on you. So why? Because if you push it too hard, the hand go too low, and after that you cannot reuse them anymore because it become too loose. So the way I make it with a little bit extra thickness, or how do I say it, a little bit smaller than it should be to make sure it's pretty tight when you assemble. Oh, this one doesn't want to sit at all. Yeah, so the hand has too small diameter. I think I need to file it down a little bit more, just like this. Not much. I'm sorry for the noise if you can hear the truck. I have a construction works right now, very lucky, just in front of my window, so I apologize for that. Really? In front of my window? Why? Right now? Okay, it seems to be sitting well right now. Take a closer look. I still can put it lower. So the hour hand is easy to set. I mean, relatively easy. A little bit more. Yep. Beautiful. And then check the alignment from the side. You can see the loom. Looks really funny. Just make sure that the hand doesn't touch anything. You see another side of the hand is bent from pushing it. But it doesn't touch anything, so it's absolutely fine. And then I have to align it with, let's say, 12. It's not a straight hand, so it's not really precisely 12, but just by the visual reference. Visually, if you think it's good, then it's good. Then I'm gonna clean the minute hand as well, just like this. So let's say we have 12 o'clock. Oh, it looks so good. I love it. Then the minute hand is kind of difficult to set, because that's the one that I've got screw up very often. Push it too hard, it sits too low and touches the hour hand, and then you have to make the new hand, so it's a really headache. So I place it not fully yet, just want to check the alignment, and it's kind of there. Again, you cannot say it for sure how to tell the time here, because these hands are curved, but I think that's what we need. Okay, now that's probably the most difficult part of this video, setting the minute hand. I guess some of those tools, you know, like a machine for pressing the hands, that should be very helpful in this case, but I use the hands presser, so for me it's more difficult. I did it, and not just did it, but I made it perfect. Let me show you closer if I can. So you see the hand now sits perfectly horizontal and deep enough. There. I can press a little bit more, but it's too big risk, so I'm not gonna do it. I think this is more than enough already. And now I need to check if it doesn't touch the minute hand from any other position. And also, you see, it's a little bit bent to the left, I would say. So I just press on the right side a little bit more to make it perfectly horizontal. Yep. And then check the alignment, of course, no touching. No touching the loom, since it's so tall, you see. Yep, all good. Whew, the most difficult part is done. Just look at this, it's so beautiful. And right now I'm gonna show you how I make the second hand. Because we have here basically just this logo, right? And I have to make it a second hand. So the way I do it, I take one of regular second hands, have a bunch of them just for this case, for this purpose. Then I'm gonna cut the ends of this second hand. About here, I think. So we got here this second hand base, and then I have to polish it from this side more, so it's kind of has a better connection with the surface when I glue it. I use a sandpaper to polish it. So we have the base of the second hand, then we have our logo, and we're gonna glue it here. For that I use a super glue. But if you're planning to do something similar, I advise you to use not a regular super glue, but a gel super glue. Because if the glue sips inside the tube of the second hand, then you can throw it away and start again. So I apply a little bit of glue on the sides. Oh, I think this might be too long. It's almost too long. There, press and hold. Sorry, I cannot show you properly in the video because it's not easy to do it with the camera. From another side it looks good. You see, it was almost too long. And then what I do after this, I use another glue, the same I use for the dial, and I apply more glue just from the side. Just like that. just for that extra, how do you call it? Extra safety? I don't know. Super glue is more than enough already, but I still want to make sure it doesn't come off at any point. So this one is ready, and unfortunately right now I have to wait a little bit for it to dry completely before I can assemble it. Okay, I'm gonna have some tea and see you in a second. And the glue is dry, and let's continue. So the second hand is the easiest to set in this build. Just like that. So yeah, that's ready. Look at this color, it's beautiful, huh? Every time I use this dial and hands for any build, I feel so happy. It looks so cool. I'm very proud of this build and of this design. And you may notice the second hand moving. It says actually HW, Hook Watches. I'm trying to develop my own brand. Okay, so this part is ready. Now let's get the case. So as I say, it's gonna be 39mm GS case. Now our dial is ready. Let's remove the crown. Just like that. Beautiful. Of course, clean, make sure there is no dust. It's very hard to see any kind of dust on this dial, but anyway, I just need to clean it properly. Beautiful, huh? And before I actually continue the way I do it, I will check if there is any dust under the crystal, because it's much easier to see when you have a dial, when you have something darker, dark background, so you can notice the dust much easier. Usually the cases come with clean crystal like this one, but sometimes it may be some dust. In my case, everything was clean, so now I flip it. And the next step, we're gonna cut the crown. This case takes 15mm crown. So basically you just cut, measure, cut, measure, cut, measure until you get that perfect 15mm. Not gonna show it in the video, but the process is very straightforward. It's important not to overdo it, because once you break the stem, then you most likely need a new crown, because you cannot remove it. At least I don't know how to remove it. Let's test. See, there is a small gap between the crown. I think I didn't screw it down fully, because it's even less than 15mm. So I'm gonna try one more time. Yep, now it's perfect. And the last part, we're gonna close the case we have this kind of case back with 6 screws. And of course, before closing the case back, you have to make sure it's absolutely clean. I use this lens pen. It's perfect for cleaning the crystal or this part. And also the hands as well. Very useful stuff. And yeah, actually before I close it, I need to adjust the movement. So I'm using the same phone I'm filming this video right now. Cannot show you unfortunately, but you can find lots of videos on YouTube how to adjust your movement. Usually they come well adjusted, like +5, +9 seconds, but I try to make it closer to 0, as perfect as possible. So I'm gonna skip this part. Yeah, it was pretty well adjusted. It was +9, but I make it +1. I think this is much better. And I can finally close the case. If you try using this case and you find it difficult to screw it down, just make sure that the glass, the front crystal, is aligned with the case and the case back, because you're gonna lock these 3 points together. And if sometimes, usually when you move the case, the crystal will move a little bit and it won't be possible to put the screw. And once you align everything, then you can try to use a screwdriver. Well, it's very difficult to do it in front of the camera, so I'm gonna move it away and show you the final result. Okay, it's completed now. And take a look at this beauty. New masterpiece. It's really fun to make watches with custom parts like this. Love it. It's more difficult though, yeah, but the outcome, absolutely worth it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want this build, you can find it on modforthai.com. I'm trying to focus more on building my own watches like this with custom parts instead of using Seiko logo, which are very popular, but yeah, slowly but surely I'll get there. More custom parts, more custom watches, and everything you can find on my website. Thanks again. See you in the next episode.